This is the GL.iNet Mudi 7. It's a 5G router, portable hotspot modem, whatever you want to call it. And this is a teardown video. It comes in this carrying case, very nice. And there is a notch there. The first step of the teardown, there is a notch. Use that to pry it open. And here we have the user removable, replaceable battery. And there is a notch there. So you can take that out, replace it, swap it, do whatever. 2 SIM slots. So for most people, this is as far as you'd go. This tape, I put the tape here because there's a serial number there, and I don't know. I think I shouldn't share that on the internet. I don't know. So I put that there to be safe. These are antennas, as you can see. When the light catches them, you can see they're because they got 2 things. They got different. They got metal in. I don't know. It's an antenna. And these are the screw holes to take it apart. So most people, you never really need to go any further than this. But I was curious. This arrived a few days ago, and I wanted to know what was inside it. So I did exactly as I'm doing now. I took it apart. I undid a bunch of screws. And then I realized, wait, other people might also want to know this. So I'm making a quick video. Hopefully I can nail this in one take because I hate editing. There we go. These screws, as you can see, I'm having a bit of trouble getting them out. Why is that? Because they are self-tapping screws. I dislike self-tapping screws because they come with problems. When you've already taken it apart and put it back in, because they drill into the plastic of the other side of the case that it's screwing into, so they remove material, and when you use them a few times, then you get problems like this. Oh look, that one fell out from earlier. Like this one is just not coming out. Has to be. Oh, I'm slowly guiding it out. Oh, I got it. So I would say a magnetic. You only need Phillips 0, but you should use a magnetic screwdriver to help guide out the screws. Maybe on the first time. I remember on when I opened this the first time, the screws were really tight. I had to use like my whole hand torque to get it out because they were drilled really deep in. Putting it back together, I didn't do it so tight, which is why I'm not really struggling too much. But that's just something to know. Did I get all of them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm missing one. Kind of dark in there. I think this one. And then once you've taken out all 6 of these, now we just have to sort of pry this piece up. There's just like plastic tabs holding it in. So if you can wedge in something that is also plastic, so you hopefully don't damage anything. Also, it's a good idea to open up all of these. Although you don't, You don't technically need to for this step, but it's best to do so. And just sort of go around. Oh, there you go. See, I popped it out here. Just go around and wedge in until all the sides are popped out. As you can see, I'm not a very delicate handler of technology, and I don't think I'm gonna break it. So this might seem scary, but don't worry about it. That's my real advice. Don't take my advice. I should have a disclaimer. I am not liable if you break your device. But I don't think you're going to break it. As long as you use plastic on plastic, I think you'll be fine. This corner is the one, I think all of these are popped out. I just need to get in here. Pop this one out. Hello? Aha! So once all 4 corners are popped out, you can just take it apart. And as you can see, these are the antennas, and they're all actually labeled, which is nice. Quick tell. Oh, I did kind of damage it. Huh. Well, hopefully that's not a big deal. Quectel antennas, very nice, in case anyone's interested in all of those numbers. I think I already got this side. Yeah, that's the side where I messed up. Yeah, so they all connect to the main PCB, the main board, with these gold contacts. This, I don't really know what this is, but it's not very thick. Maybe it's for heat. It's like less than a millimeter depth. So this is the main board. But this is actually sort of the back side because the processor is underneath this. The one with the chunky heatsink at least. I don't know what any of these are. So if you're interested, hopefully this is enough detail for you to see what's going on. It looks like these are like antenna ports, like IPEX. That I don't think they are IPEX, but like, you know, the same sort of thing. Oh, they're all over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That one is IPEX though, I can tell. Like, it looks like one of these, but these look different. I don't know. Yeah, anyway. And then the next step, this cable, this connector is attaching, this attaches to the screen. So you want to get something else delicate to pry it up. There you go. And then we got some screws to undo here. 4 Phillips screws. You can use the same screwdriver. Phillips 0. And what I do like, even though these are tapping, I don't like that. I do like that all of the screws, they're all the same. It doesn't use a bunch of, you don't have to remember where you put them, because they're just two different kinds. There's these small screws and these long tapping screws. So that's all you have to worry about. Okay. So that is undone. This is good. Oh yeah, there's a clip here. So what you want to do is you want to push that towards that way, towards the back, and at the same time lift up. How did I do this before? Maybe. Aha, there you go. So once it's off the latch, should be pretty easy. Oh, and don't forget as well, before you lift this up, don't forget to open all of these, otherwise it will, maybe it won't. I don't know. Do it anyway. And then that's completely separate, because this cable here is the only thing connecting it. You just got the display there. Oh, and then the button, that's just a physical pusher. Ah, and it pushes here. So really, this is the Mudi 7. This has the antennas and the battery connection, but you can use it without a battery. And maybe you can connect to these things if these are the antenna. I don't know. I haven't. If you look really closely at the traces, you could probably tell what it's for, but I'm not spending my time doing all that. Nice, fairly substantial looking heatsink. Will it be enough to stop this thing from overheating? If you use it all day, who knows? Time will tell. But I think that looks pretty substantial. So yeah, that's the Mudi 7. That's the teardown. As for repairability, to be honest, I'm not sure that there's a whole lot here. I mean, you could probably, like, if your screen breaks, then maybe you could swap out parts, but the ports are all soldered on. If the antennas break, then you could replace them. It looks like you could even just peel off these. They're kind of stickers, but I don't think anyone's ever gonna actually do that. So yeah, that's the Mudi 7. Let me know what you think, or don't. As for thoughts, I have very few.